everybody, welcome to my channel. Everything I say is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Let's get into this review of Married. Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 18, What's Our Safe Word? So we have Clint and Gina. They're feeling more connected. But Clint is more connected to Hank than Gina. That's crazy. Clint and McKinley meet at a gym to work out. In the confessions, they talk about McKinley talks about how he's attracted to Gina. Oh my God, I can't. Why he almost slipped up and said we are both attracted to each other. I heard that, okay? He's asking questions about Gina and Clint to get a feel for what him and Gina is talking about, okay? Making sure that there is no connection or something, or sometimes. That's just in my opinion, okay? Gina takes Clint to get a haircut after 8 years. Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal meet with them because they are struggling the most. They did none of the exercises that Dr. Pepper had them do. They said they were comfortable with each other, but Gina says she is still in the friend zone. So Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper asked about the wedding and how they were kissing on each other and touching on each other. But they both said that it was just in the moment and for the expectation of others. Clint said that they had a commonality, but there is no physical attraction between them. Gina said personality stuff have her feel like they are a mismatch, and says that his energy gives her secondhand embarrassment and she's never felt like a wife. Clint said he is thrown off by what Gina is saying. He said he never felt like Clint really pursued her. Well, Gina said she never felt like Clint really pursued her and made her feel like a wife. Gina feels that Clint cooking for her was just for Clint. And I think that was a little selfish of her. Because if he was cooking for Clint, he didn't have to make enough for you, okay? But I felt like he was trying to go out his way. Maybe that's his love language. I don't know. She said if it wasn't for Clint, though, she would not have eaten. Clint is thrown off by everything that Gina is saying and feels like Gina is throwing him under the bus. And she is, okay? So we're going to move on to Chris and Nicole. Nicole wants to know, was happy that Chris didn't have to use a safe word. Chris said that they're going to get rid of the safe word pineapple after Nicole asked Chris if there was anything he wanted to talk to her about from the couple's retreat. Nicole, just be you. And if Chris has a problem, he'll let you know. I'm sure of it, okay? That's just my opinion. I'm sure he will tell you, okay? He don't give me that he will not be quiet about anything that you do, okay? Chris meets with his brother, who is a life coach, to talk about the relationship and about decision day and other things. He said things feels good with him and Nicole. He feels good about where him and Nicole are in their relationship. Said Nicole is very self-critical, but is getting better at, not doing that. Since he told her about it, Chris wonders what life would be like after this process. Nicole talks to her dad about decision day. Only thing that's stressing her out is the living situation after decision day. She's still talking about that, y'all. She's still talking about it. Her dad said, if you're going to do it, just do it. If not, don't. You can kind of do it. And he spoke facts. Okay? If you're going to be in it, be in it. Whether you have a decision after decision day or not, y'all will figure that out. Okay? So let's move on to Kirsten and Shaquille. Shaquille meets with her brother. She feels her and Shaquille are not having enough intentional conversations. She feels like Shaquille is not trying to win her over. Sometimes she don't feel connected to Shaquille. Kirsten, you have to remember that you had a whole wall up in the beginning. You didn't even want Shaquille touching you, okay? And if not for the process, he probably would have walked away, in my opinion. She feels like Shaquille has a lot of things on the fire and not prioritizing her. Kirsten planned on getting the family together to meet with Shaquille. She wants to introduce him to her dad as well. Kirsten says she's on the fence right now. Oh my God. Like, Kirsten, to me, I feel like she want things her way. Shaquille want things his way, and they kind of not meeting in the middle. That's just my opinion. Shaquille talks to his friends about the marriage. He said mentally he's at a 7. Shaquille is stuck like Kirsten, and they really don't know where the marriage is at. And see, here's the thing. People think because you have sex, things is going to change the marriage. It's not. Sex is sex. And where a relationship should be is where a relationship should be. That's why it's kind of difficult once you input sex, especially for a woman, because we get real emotional and we expect things, but that's just my opinion. So I ain't even going to go dive deep on that, okay? But, a man is going to be a man. He going to still want things his way too. So they got to meet in the middle somewhere. So the friend asks about meeting Kirsten's family, and he lets the friend know that he has not met her dad or her family, and it's important to him to feel included in Kirsten's life. Now, I kind of agree with Shaquille on that. I feel like at some point, Kirsten could have got her family together, but she says it's timing and people working, so we'll leave it at that, because certain people family is different. So Shaquille is making food, and Kirsten asks how can she help. Kirsten lets Shaquille know that she talked to her brother about them. She lets Shaquille know that she's inviting the family over to meet Shaquille, and wants to know, Shaquille wants to know why it's taking so long. And a part of me is like, at least she's doing it, Shaquille. Okay. It was long, I agree, but she's doing it. She said it's the scheduling. And she said, I can see how Shaquille feels, but maybe her family is not that supportive like yours. Kirsten said she feels like sometimes he acts like he don't like her and don't feel the spark. And then they show clips of Shaquille being a little standoffish with her and ignoring her. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. See, that's a side that we don't get to see. She feels like they are just existing together. Shaquille said he didn't know that she felt that way. She said, well, I'm telling you now. So they end up going to a church where no one is there. Shaquille and Kirsten both want to include church in their marriage. They both want their steps to be ordered by God, and they pray that their marriage works. So Kirsten's mom finally comes over. The brother couldn't make it because he has to work. The mother gave them the best advice. She said that they have to throw their expectations out the window, and they just have to live life. Shaquille is skeptical about only her mother showing up in the confessionals. This is what he said. He said he's going to work to listen to Kirsten. And he said that, he worked so hard to take the bricks out of Kirsten's wall, but realized that he's probably building up those walls around himself. Now, that was a deep analysis, because it does seem that way. It seemed like he was so into her and she wasn't into him, and now she's into him, and he ain't giving her nothing. So we going to see how it go on decision day with these two. Okay. And last but not least, we have Eris and Jasmine. They talk about the retreat, and Eris thanks Jasmine for making couples retreat fun and cool. They talk about decision day, and all the couples left better than they came. Eris said Jasmine has shown improvement with her speaking up. Jasmine said Eris should continue to create a safe space for her to talk to him and work on ways to connect and increase their intimacy. He said he would have no problem with Jasmine initiating a hand grab. And Jasmine said, cool, she just wants him to want those things. Jasmine said, Jasmine and Gina, Jasmine and Gina went pole dancing, to a pole dancing class to get away and do something sexy since their husbands are not attracted to them. They do a routine, and in walks Eris as a surprise. Jasmine does the routine for Eris, and he's making it rain. He thinks that's sexy. He suggests that they get a pole for their apartment. Okay. They get to their apartment, and they do their mood box, which happened for the other couples early. and they tried him out. It was very awkward, in my opinion. He gives her a foot massage while she is blindfolded, and she gives him a back massage while he is handcuffed and on his back. That was the weirdest thing ever. Um, they asked if she would be a dominatrix, and he asked for Jasmine to slap him, and she did it, but she was so uncomfortable. But to me, he enjoyed it too much. He's kinky. He's starting to feel like the sexual energy shift, he says. So they go to a medium for their first experience. She reads their signatures. She says she see a connection. Aris gets his grandmother channeled and wants him to settle down. Plus, she likes Jasmine. Told Jasmine to be patient with Aris, and he has a lot of growing up to do. They have to get it together for each other. I don't know where Jasmine. I know where Jasmine and Eris is going because they was a possible on my who's gonna pick who. But the way things is going, I don't think they're gonna say yes on decision day. But that's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.